Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm like, this is like a genuine, like, curious. I'm like just genuinely like wondering this and like wondering what everybody's viewpoint of this is. Because obviously, like, I understand what you guys are saying, and like we have different perspectives, and I think we need your perspective, like, and you need our perspective, honestly. Like, we need each other to like really get to the truth, because I might have an extreme view to you and you have an extreme view to me, but we need each other because the truth is probably somewhere in the middle, in my opinion.
That's a fallacious argument, but
in my
go ahead.
opinion. And so I guess I'm just wondering, because I do see like the lawyer and the doctor agreement and like the whole like jobs are more aggressive. That's why I don't want them, because I don't want to be in my masculine. I want to be in my feminine. And I am drawn to more positions that tap into my feminine.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I kind of wonder if the structure of law from the beginning had more feminine energy, it was more balanced, it wasn't so aggressive, would there be more space for women? And is that what women are fighting for? Not to be in a man's world, but to make the nature of the job more feminine somehow. I don't know.
The nature of the job
I don't know.
more feminine.
Yeah, because the way that
What
it
does
is
that
right
mean
now.
for a job to be more feminine?
So, for instance, let's just take business as like
Sure.
just general business.
What is the primary goal of business?
To make money.
Okay.
So, for instance, like, for me, when I was like, oh, to have a business, I have to network. Oh, I have to do marketing. I have to do sales. Like, all that stuff, I'm like, it sounds like I have to be all aggressive and shit. I don't really want to be in that vibe. But when I realign my thinking of what marketing is, I'm like, oh, marketing for me can be me being deeply myself and sharing who I am. And then when I think about sales is just solving people's problems, right? And so for me, I don't like thinking about it as sales, but if I think about it as empathy, if I think about it as, oh, you have a problem that I know how to solve, and like I'm empathetic towards you, that's feminine, that's a feminine energy. When I think about it like that, I'm more drawn to sales. I'm more drawn to networking. If networking is building a community of people who support me, if I think about it in a more feminine way, I'm more drawn to business like that. I'm just saying, is there space for feminine energy in a masculine world, when in the masculine workforce?
No.
And why? Why is that the case?
A resounding no.
I mean, that's your opinion. So, I mean...
No, look, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything.
No, for sure. This is a discussion.
Goes back to what I said like 30 minutes ago. The feminist perspective seeks to restructure reality itself.
Restructure what is at this moment.
What has been and will always be.
How do we know what will always be?
I mean, you can look at the pattern of the last 5,000, 6,000 years.
We've changed, though, no?
Yeah, we have, and a lot of
Yeah,
those changes
so-
have been bad. Here's the thing. Allow me to answer your
Sure.
question, okay?
Yeah.
Law. Can we restructure the structure of law in order to make it more feminine?
Mm-hmm.
What are two lawyers doing? In a court of law, two lawyers fighting against one another, what are they doing?
Trying to prove their client innocent.
Well, let's only linger on this because I feel like we've already dedicated nearly an hour and a half on this. Let's try to...
I'm going to wrap it up quick. Business, law, medicine, all of the sales, for example, these are industries where you have to win. You have to win. It's not about like teaching, for example. I had female teachers that were very good with empathizing with the students. That's an important, just built into the structure of the job. That feminine energy is important. Law, you are working to win for your client. Business, you are working to win. Sales, yes, empathy is important, but salesmen, the most successful salesmen, are the most aggressive at the job. They're working hard at it. I know a lot of salesmen, they work freaking hard at their jobs. That's not one where you're just like feeling and like, just in your feminine energy. It's like you have to work hard and follow up and like constantly follow up in order to hit your goals and your quotas and so on and so forth. It's masculine energy, and the world is a competitive place. And in order to succeed in a competitive world, you have to bring the masculine energy to the table. Mm-hmm. It will always be like that.
So why do you think that like feminine jobs aren't highly paid? Is it just because it's not like as needed of a skill?
There's
Like
there's
I'm just
supermodels that
curious.
make like millions of dollars. There's singers, dancers that make millions of dollars. Like you're talking about very masculine jobs that are male dominated because you have to bring masculine energy.
Well,
to the table.
it's also a question of scale too. Like a software engineer, for example, you can create a product that has scale that can reach thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people. So there's more opportunity to make money. Whereas if you're like a nurse or a caregiver, there's only so many patients, for example, that you can see in a day. So you can't really scale that.
And also human beings, you know, you were talking about hormones before. You know, as a woman, like you have, especially at different parts of your cycle, you have feminine energy that you feel, you know. Human beings are wired temperamentally on a biological level to be drawn towards certain things. One of the reasons why STEM is a male-dominated field is because a lot of women just aren't interested in it. We're never going to change that. It's the nature of reality. You can't change the nature of reality. Does that make sense?